we're also very lucky in another respect with the courses that we're going to play. Like, these are some of the heavy hitters in world golf. Everybody's heard these names. There is a massive amount of history, for instance. I mean, let's take St Andrews, for example, but you just go there and that place just reeks of history. Before I'd even done any of this, I'd had an experience of, now, my friends are going to laugh at me about this because they always take the piss out of me for this, but I mentioned Royal Birkdale quite a lot, which has hosted a couple of Ryder Cups. There's a friend of mine who's a member there, so I've been very lucky to have played there twice, and like, starstruck. You go in there and it's like, the one year there was Ian Baker Finch won and he was wearing a pink polo. Like, that's iconic, burnt into my memory, and I was like, it's hung up in the clubhouse. Spieth goes over to the driving range, drives it 4 fairways wide, and they've got his driver that he hit today out there. Just like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and everywhere you go, apparently they've got little plaques like Seve chipped in from this bunker, and that. So people will go round and they'll be playing their shot and they'll go, oh, there's a plaque about Seve over there, so they'll go and drop the ball where it was and try and play that shot.
Recreate it. That's cool.
I mean, how amazing is that? And I think, like, when you've got that history just basically on your doorstep, like, why would you not want to do it? I was like, Chris, thank you for making me do this, because I think this is just going to be like, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I wonder how many of like the top 100 of the courses in the UK are like in the top 100 in the world. Like, probably like 20, 25 of them, right? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it might be a few more actually. I think we might be getting up to the 30, 40 mark. I'm not sure if that's necessarily because of the golf as such, but it's the prestige of that course. So, Scotland will probably has 10, 12 courses. And then there's a really unknown fella, you might not have heard about him, but I think he's called Donald Trump. He's buying up loads of courses here. So he's pumping a lot of cash into all of these courses as well.
She sounds rich.
She's always had a lovely tan. But, it's kind of, I think there's a lot of courses that will double up. I think we would, we're like optimists, and we've got cast iron conviction that we're going to finish this in 10 years. To the point where we've only played 3 courses. We started in August, we played 3 courses.
I was just going to ask when you guys started.
Yeah, like, we've got no right to be this confident at all. I think next year we've got 10 booked, which is, I think that gets us off to a really good start. But we've already started talking about when we start thinking about doing the World 100. Like, where does that arrogance come from? Like,
let us know when you play St. Andrews, and then you can come right over here and you can play in East Syracuse in New York.
There we go. Job done. And exactly. Well, the thing is, it's the list, isn't it? Who creates the list? Well, we'll just create it, and then we're all done. So I feel like we should do like a collab, and you can come over here and do an episode for St. Andrews, and I'll go to England any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
I mean, it's wonderful golfing here. It really is good. It's real. It's definitely one for the purists, I think. We're almost a no frills golf country, I think. You go there, you're there for golfing. That's what you're doing. Yeah. You're in the clubhouse.
We've had talks about it. It's getting, and knock on wood, I hope it takes off in this direction, but the podcast has kind of like taken off a little bit quicker than I think either of us would have ever anticipated. And
amazing.
If it gets to a point where all of a sudden we're getting paid to go across the sea to go play golf, sign me the hell up. I'll quit my job tomorrow. Do not care.
Yeah. I mean, that's the dream, right? You want to play golf, go abroad. That's
it'll be sick.
We had a great chat on the way over to our second course. It's a course called Moortown over in Leeds. It's about an hour and a half away from where we are. Same designer as Augusta again, Dr. Alistair McKenzie. So I think there's about near us probably in about a 100-mile radius from us. There's probably about 10 courses he's designed. So you can see the little hints. And Moortown is actually, when you see it, there are some holes and areas on that golf course you think, actually, I can see where he's then got the inspiration to go and do Augusta for.
Yeah.
So it's funny, all these courses, they still cling on and they go, yes. They don't go, it's Dr. Alistair Mackenzie because he's well known enough. It's like always with Dash, he designed Augusta. So I think Augusta has this magical pull for everybody. But we were driving over to Moortown and I was like, so go on then, Chris, why are we doing this insane challenge that's going to now, actually we worked out it's going to cost us £35,000 and, you know, our wives might hate us for it and all this sort of stuff. And he's very honest actually, and it was really, really sweet when he said it. I didn't have I've always got some kind of witty comeback. Everybody hates me for it, you know. I'll find the funny, humorous side and anything, but I couldn't in this. It was just really heartfelt that he said, oh, well, you know, I was so close to becoming pro and then I gave it up. I feel this is my only chance to experience that by playing the best courses in the world and, you know, getting that star treatment and whatever. And I thought, oh, he's choking up now, you know, that kind of thing. It was really, really nice to hear that. I don't have that. I'm just like, I want to go in the clubhouse and take pictures and there's a flag. You know, that's me in golf. Really, really contrasting reasons for sort of doing it. And I think that comes across in our podcast a little bit, if I'm honest, because Chris does inevitably always try and bring it back to the golf somehow. And now I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let's talk about what was the club sandwich like? You know, that kind of thing. So.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
To see more of our content, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. We can be found at Basic Bogeys on all platforms.
Thanks. We hope to see you on the next one.